Raidou Kuzunoha, the weird child of Megami Tensei family. That one weird but ambitious kid that really wants to impress others but kinda doesn't know what he's doing. It has the spirit though, and that's what's important. And I'm really impressed by this little rascal. Even more than just impressed, I'm loving every second of it. You have your SMTs, Devil Survivors, and Personas, but this is where big boys play. This is peak. This is the absolute cinema of Atlus. This is Devil Summoner 2, Raidou Kuzunoha versus King Abaddon. What? There is one before it? Oh right, Devil Summoner 2, Raidou Kuzunoha versus King Abaddon. This is a mouthful, from now on I will just call it King Abaddon, is a second game in a sub-series. First one is an even weirder and clunkier game called Devil Summoner, Raidou Kuzunoha versus the Soulless Army. But it's not that important. Besides some references and demons, King Abaddon is a standalone title. It's one of those sequels that improve nearly every element of their predecessor. Like ability to summon 2 demons in battle. Aforementioned demons using mag only to cast spells and do not consume it just by walking around a little greedy fucks. Combat itself is much more fluid and Raidou now shoots only 1 bullet per button press, instead of spamming like a maniac. Also, demon negotiations are back. Yay. Unfortunately, those 2 games are part of the huge Atlus catalog that is stuck on old consoles. I had this idea for this video for a long time now, then suddenly rumors about possible port to PC started to circulate, so I waited some time for official announcement to make video from the new version. But as you can see, they didn't announce shit. Raidou needs to get back to PS2 Gulag, I guess. As you probably know, on Nintendo Direct of all things, they actually announced remaster of the Soulless Army, which for me look a little more than just a simple remaster, but I digress. I'm immensely hyped for this. In recent time, most of the new games I played and enjoyed are Atlus titles. It seems they bounce off after letdowns that were SMT5 and Soul Hackers 2. Persona 3 Reload is a definitive version of the game for me. I'm actually willing to play it in contrast to the old versions of the game. Vengeance fixed most of the pet peeves I had with the original release of SMT5 and is now one of my favorite games. And finally, Metaphor was a refreshing take on a SMT battle formula with the intriguing story and setting. With all those bangers, I have a huge hope that Raidou games will get jaw-dropping remasters. Well, great. This video took so long that I missed the release date of the remaster. I wanted to release this video before the remaster. But well, maybe next time. Oh, and remaster is pretty good. Okay, but what actually is King Abaddon? It's an action RPG. Yes, you heard that right. Action. RPG. From Atlus. Yeah, I know that seems like a lunacy. How did those guys that use the same system but with few tweaks over and over again could make functioning action RPG? Well, it's definitely functioning action RPG. But before I explain how the gameplay loop looks, let's focus on other aspects of the game. First, how it looks and sounds. Well, for graphics, even if it's a game from 2009, we are going back straight to the 2000s era of PS1. This looks brings to mind something more like Final Fantasy 8 or 9 than Final Fantasy 12 that got released 2 years prior to King Abaddon. In the same year that first Raidou game had its premiere. Of course, Atlus was not a powerhouse like Square back then, but all their games were made in full 3D. I don't know. Maybe it was made on a budget. I don't really care. But it's important to point it out because it's the first thing you see in the game. Music, at the other hand, slaps hard. It's normal for Atlus games, but even among them, Raidou shines. Tracks like the main theme, Fiend Battle, Garen theme, or the boss battle are in my top best tracks from games. There is nothing much to say. I'm not one of those opera singers YouTubers that dissect every track of the game. It would be awesome to be able to do this though. So let's go on ahead to the next point, the plot and setting. Raidou games are set in Taisho era of Japan, aka early 20th century. Just for this score for this game should get bumped up by like 2 points. The blend of European-style buildings with Japanese architecture and outfits is always a feast for the eyes. Even with those low-resolution backgrounds and questionable models, this era will make my eyes ejaculate. Among all those trams, Europeans and a Russian, we can find our protagonist,
Grzegorz Brzęczyszczykiewicz,
or whatever you decided to call him, who took the mantle of Raidou Kuzunoha the 14th to protect the capital from demonic infestation. This handsome lad with sideburns that could kill a motherfucker dressed in his best military-style school uniform is the titular Raidou Kuzunoha the 14th, and alongside the black talking cat named Goto as a cover-up for their anti-demon activities. They work at the detective office, whose owner's demons are probably a bit different. That's Shuhei Narumi. Raidou's boss and ex-soldier doing some detective work to clean up his beloved city. He is a funny fellow that actually can get shit done. To finish up our band of misfits, there is Tai Asakura, jolly journalist ready to jump into the jaw of danger to get a scoop. She's cute, she's funny, she's racist, she's a perfect woman. And this time our heroes needs to solve the case given to them by a mysterious student that wants them to find mysterious man that came from mysterious village in which people worship mysterious deity. Of course, nothing can be that simple, and in the meantime, Raidou have to deal with wave of misfortune that is plaguing the capital. So many questions for our protagonist. Who is Dan? What are luck locusts, and where titular King Abaddon comes into this? Thankfully, there are people willing to aid our summoner in his mission. Familiar faces from the first game. Greedy old man, mad scientist, crow woman, dude that is too eager to get his mind read. But also new faces like Theory Man. That comes with a bonus banger music. And Theory Woman. But humans and women are not the only creatures that helps Raidou. There are obviously demons too at the time during the battle this time. And when we are in the topic of demons, let's talk Cathedral of Shadows. Mito, would you kindly? Wait, this is not Cathedral of Shadows that I know. This is Gumaden, run by this fine gentleman named Victor. He provides services you could expect from the demon fusion place, like fusions and compendium. When it comes to the regular fusions, they didn't overcomplicate things. You take one demon, you take another, you stick them together and boom, new demon. But occasionally Mad Doc will get an inspiration and will ask you for gems. Greedy fuck. If you succeed, then the fusion will bestow upon the new demon a new passive. If you decide to outgreed this nerd and give him jack shit, then you will get blob of a skill order as a result or something. In this moment, some of you probably think, what the fuck is skill order? But you see, Raidou Games tried to be special and doesn't use such crude demon races like Herald, Fallen, Kishin, or Enigma. No, that's for nerds. Real gamers use such profound terms like Pyro, Frost, or Wind. This time they reduced number and changed a lot of races. Beside the races mentioned before, we also have Volt, Skill, Pagan, and Fury, with some special races like Elementals and Matamas, or certain races that you can only get through fusion accidents. For example, to get a Fiend, you need to go to Gomaden on a new moon. The number of fusions you did must be multiplication of 7 and your luck must be low. Then, and only then, you have a chance of getting a Fiend. Every demon order has its special investigation skills, some more useful than others. Pagan demons can read mind, which is probably the most used skill among them, where close second is Wind with its skill. Kamikaze, which allow travel between those special tornadoes. Some can be funny, like skill that transforms you to an NPC. Unfortunately, only to a handful chosen ones. You cannot goof around as a Narumi, Tai, or Rasputin. And then there is Frost's Freezing, or Pyro's Cooldown, which I use so rarely that I think I could count all uses on my hand. So we established that demons are important to progress through the game. How do you get them, you ask? It's simple, you talk to them like a crazy person, or you can just fuse them.
No. Wait.
Yeah, Raidou is one of those old games where you cannot choose which active skills your demon inherits. I hope you like re-rolling, cause you will be doing it a lot. At least you can select the passives. I'm not sure how they work. It seems that demons remember all passives they've seen, but can only use 6 of them. I actually like this system, minus the random actives part. I hope they bring it back somewhere. Also, I would like them to bring back Keeper's Finder's passive, which is basically pick up from Pokemon. But instead of finding items after battle, demon that follows you on the map will occasionally find an item from the current location's pool. Results may vary. Yes, you heard that right. You can have a demon follow you on the map. Whole year before Pokemon Heart Gold and Soul Silver came out. There are even segments where you need send demons to investigate solo. The best part is you control them. But if you mash too much to destroy those crystals, your demons may get lost, just like in SMT4 when they got hit with force spells. And just like in SMT4, after some time they will just pop up in some random encounter. You don't want to lose your demons, right? Especially fan favorites like Mo Shivu, Jack Frost, or Binbagami.
Huh? What?
What the hell is this?
Yeah. King Abaddon is full of really weird demons never used again. Classic ones, but with a different texture, or one-off demons that are just recolors of existing ones. It's a huge shame that demons like Oberoguruma lingers in the one-game limbo. We as a community should do something about that. Let's make a mod to every Atlus game that turns everything into the Oboroguruma, our version of the Thomas the Tank Engine mods. Imagine those deep emotions players will feel when the mod will replace dying Nanako with a wonky car. Wait, I have an even better idea. If we turn Akechi and Maruki into Oborogurumas, suddenly Persona 5 Royal seems worth playing. There is one more thing you can do at Gumaden. During your journey, you can rob demons of their possessions to turn them into weapons. Is Raidou also some kind of monster hunter? There are 3 types of weapons: swords, spears, and axes, even though all of them are just swords with other swords, spears, and axes as a stands that you can access during battle by pressing triangle. They consume magi, so better use them when they count, so probably never. They are also Raidou's only source of stat boosts and passives, which is more important than the damage of the weapon. We talked demons, we talked weapons, now it's time to explain how you use them. Up to 2 demons can assist Raidou in battle. And every time you want to give them commands, you need to open menu within right trigger. Or just press R2 that will open demon orders panel. You can give 1 command at a time, so better strap yourself, because you will be pressing right trigger or bumper a lot. If you don't like that, you can just set a default attack for your demons from their list of active skills. It's a good way to waste a lot of mag, so do that if that's your thing. Be aware that your companions are not the sharpest tools in the shed. Sometimes if you order them to do ranged attack or even better, a fuck-off laser that goes for the entire battlefield, they will still find a need to teleport in front of the enemy to shoot them in the face point blank. You can stop this charade for a moment by hiding your demons with L2. Of course, it couldn't be that simple, and you need to hold L2 to keep them hidden. With left trigger being your guard, sometimes trying to guard and hide them at the same time can be pretty uncomfortable. Or just ignore defense and just go full-on offensive. Raidou have you covered if that's your idea. Raidou has 3 buttons you can press to do damage. Square for shooting the gun. Dealing damage in this case is a little exaggeration. Triangle for your weapon special attack that consumes M-Egg. And finally circle for your standard combo. Gun's supposed to be used against those zooming morons with ADHD. But beside tutorial mission, I never really used gun or the special attack. With the damage my demons were doing, it was completely unnecessary. You know what's not unnecessary? Dodge that is performed by pressing X. Normally game is balanced in the way that both dodge and guard are equally good, but sometimes there will be a attack covering entire area that you need to black, or attack that will break your guard so you need to fast to avoid it. Also, the worst thing is where you are just playing the game, just vibing, killing some demons, and suddenly demons beg for mercy, forcing you into demon negotiation. I hate it. It looks like pure RNG bullshit where you have 2 choices, and if you choose right, there will be a reward. But if you're wrong, enemy will just attack you for free, often dealing a lot of damage. Not that they need it with lingering hitboxes like that.
Bruh.
And preemptive strikes that can take 3/4 of your HP and release your hard-earned luck locusts. Luck locusts are part of the luck system introduced in the King Abaddon. From certain point of the story, your luck is stolen, and you need to catch luck locusts to offset that. With low luck, it's more likely that negative luck will roulette, which is other part of the system, will appear. It's a bonus effect that might appear at the beginning of the battle. Positive effects are what you can expect from system like that. Bonus XP, money, or huge burst of damage. With negative, effects can vary from mostly harmless, like sealing off your demons of specific type that you are not using anyway, to the dangerous and infuriating ones like disabling your items menu or giving Raidou minus gajillion dioptery. Block on item use is especially problematic if you run low on mag and can't use items to heal. Which, by the way, pauses the game and gives you free heal, and you can do it anywhere, anytime. Also, if you have access to your items, you can disable the negative roulette by spending 1 luck locust that will trigger the positive roulette. Lastly, I would like to mention something in relation to the luck system. It's more of a plot relation than gameplay, but anyway. Fiends. Our favorite Skelly boys, unfortunately not him, are part of this game. Not only that, from certain point they are constant looming danger. During every new moon phase, there is a chance fiend will spawn. Oh, you will know they are coming to get you. They can't just simply appear in a random encounter like a civilized people. Fuckers needs first to spook you with a menacing message, and then moon will start to quickly flicker. This is your clue to start panicking, or desperately trying to enter battle free zone before they appear. You will probably fail anyway and be forced to fight. Battle starts, you hear their new epic theme and their chilling badass quote. It's good time to rethink your life choices. The thing is, this game is not that difficult. You will breeze through random encounters like it's nothing. Some bosses will die in a minute tops. But then you get randomly one-shotted in other boss fights. Maybe I should level up vitality more? Riders belong to the randomly one-shotted by category. They're supposed to be a threat through entire chapter they appear in. So if they catch you at the beginning, you will be under-leveled. I heard you can actually negotiate with them to let you go if you sacrifice demon to them. But I never tried that. So I can't confirm this, so better prepare to fight. Sadly, when you defeat them, they will stop harassing you. It would be funnier if they would keep coming back to kick your ass. At least in New Game Plus, all the riders can spawn from the beginning of the game. Lastly, I should mention other new thing added in King Abaddon, case files. They are side quests you can get by talking to certain NPCs, provided your title is high enough. People here are reasonable and will not let some random schmuck do their important mission. You first need to become revered demon summoner by getting loyalty of your demons. Loyalty is earned along the experience and is not shared among the demon type or species. So, in need, you can just recreate or re-recruit the same demon to farm loyalty that way. When you finally become a respectable member of the society, you can get your hands on some juicy cases. Most of them are simple. Give me item or give me specific demon with specific build which can be repeated for the same reward. Some of them, however, have more going for them and can lead to a secret boss fight or unlock secret demon for fusions. This is how you unlock Oboroguruma. Go, do that now. With that, I will end this yapping session, and to finalize, I will just add that King Abaddon is truly a special and unique game. Especially among the Atlus games, and Raidou himself still stands strong as the best protagonist of SMT. I don't want to hear about your Jokers, Jesuses, or Nahobinos. King is only one. Okay, Fin Demi-Fiend Aleph and Marine are also pretty cool. More coming in the future, I hope, but for now, smell you later.
今別れの時果てしない行く先